we're coming out. We never sleep, never get tired. Through urban fields and suburban life. Turn the crowd up now, we'll never back down. Shoot down the skyline, watch it on prime time. Turn up the love now, listen up now, turn up the love. Who's gonna save the world tonight? Who's gonna bring it back to life? We're gonna make it, you and I. We're gonna save the we're far from home, it's for the better. What we dream, it's all that matters. We're on our way, united. Turn the crowd up now, we'll never back down. Shoot down the skyline, watch it on prime time. Turn up the love now, listen up now, turn up the love. Who's gonna save the world tonight? Who's gonna bring it back to life? We're gonna make it, you and I. We're gonna save the world
Okay, everyone. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. Okay, looks like that's set up. That's good. Let's make sure my audio is where it is supposed to be, and it looks like it is. So, just getting the last little bit set up. I'm going to try something a little bit different this time than what I normally do. So I am looking what happened to what this is what I'm looking for. That's perfect. Just make sure that this is closed. Make sure that this is closed as well. We should be good. I'm going to try to read a campaign like this. We'll see how well this works. Guys, weak coffee. Guys, it's for the weak. Guys, at Rumble, weak has never been part of the mission. No filters, no fraud, and no settling for mediocre. Just 1775 coffee. It's single origin, small farm, hand-picked, specialty grade coffee, guys, that stand for quality, free speech, and calling out that BS when it matters. Forget stale, mass-produced beans roasted just enough to hide the flavor. Guys, their dark roast, guys, it hits like Trump's tariff. Their medium, it keeps bold without their bitterness. And their mushroom blend, oh my God, it is the best. It's real energy, lasting focus, and none of that synthetic garbage. Guys, for K-Cup pods, whole beans or fresh ground, guys, go to 1775 Coffee, use the code STUDIO, and you get 15% off. Guys, start your morning coffee with something that stands for something. And tasty coffee. Oh, and this is the most important part. Every dollar you spend, you have a chance to win a Cybertruck and $30,000 in cash. How absolutely spectacular is that? Okay, let's get to the farm. Commercial, over. Okay, guys. We're going to see how well this works. I'm trying something a little bit different today. Need to make sure my chat is set up, because that is how it always goes. I never seem to have chat set up the way it needs to be. Okay, I think I have everybody's chat set up. It looks like I'm signed into all of the important places. I see the D Lives, I see the YouTubes, I see the Twitches, I see Rumbles, Kicks. Trying something on Vaughn and not sure if Pilled is working, but you know what? We're just gonna try it all today. And if it doesn't, no big deal. So first thing I want to do is I want to check to see how the TTS is working. So I need to do this. So you will hear a little echo. And I need to jump on here and log into my D Live, because it's the easiest one for me to log into and comment on. So we got the D Lives, and we are testing the TTS.
Testing the TTS.
D Live, because it's the easiest one for me to log into and comment on. So we got the D Lives. There's a couple. Wow, that's a pretty decent lag.
Testing the TTS.
D Live, because it's the easiest. Okay. Why can we hear the TTS? I do not want you guys to hear the TTS. I don't know why it's doing that again. Probably nothing I'm going to be able to do about this today. I think it's just going to be, I'm going to try one more thing. Because you know what, the TTS didn't read it in my ears. Hold on. Okay, we're going to reboot. We are rebooting my glasses. And we are jumping in. I am going to make sure that I got the TTS set up the way it needs to be set up. Because I want to be able to hear you guys, but I don't necessarily want you guys to be able to hear each other comment back and forth. Okay, so let me do one other thing. We're going to do this, and then this, and then we're going to
Test again because it's good.
okay, we got that. Let's give this another second. You can hear me typing on here.
Test again because it's good.
Okay, we're just probably going to have to deal with the TTS today. Let's because give this another second. Dude, White Shots, much love to you too, bro. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you hanging out. It's been a hot minute since I've been able to get this functioning right, but I think I've got everything functioning good enough. The lag's a bit silly today, and I don't know why. But so be life. Sometimes in life we just have to deal with lag, and I'm just gonna have to deal with the lag. One day we will get this figured out, and all of that good stuff. But anyways, let's get out there. Quack, quack is right. Let's get out there. Let's get busy. Let me get my gloves. Let's get busy. Let's get the let's get my gloves. Let's get busy. Let's get everybody fed and watered. And we're gonna go look at the garden again today. And in the garden of your mind. And we're going to have just an all-around good day. Because it's Sunday. And we are going to save the world. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today, I think I'm going to start a new trend every Sunday. We're just going to talk about awesome, positive, good news. We're going to talk about things that are awesome. Ways that life is just going to be awesome. And ways that our life is awesome. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So current temperature it is 52 degrees or 12 C. It's very gray. It's a gray sky morning, gray sky day. So we'll peek up and look at the gray sky because, you know, you guys are here to check out the farm and not just me. So you guys see gray skies. You got a nice little, I don't know, it's a sound effect. We're just going to call it a sound effect. So here is some of you guys know that I am a connoisseur. I'm a daffodil collector. So here is some of my favorites. These are the white and yellow guys. And I'm very excited. I've got some in there that I totally forgot that I have some in there that are just growing up around those plants. I might have to go in there and do some switch ups of there rather soon. So that's good. It's actually really good to get sun on all of your body, especially your hidden areas. They're finding it's a good way to reduce cancer. So that is a good sunbathing naked. Good idea. It's a wonderful way to be in your birthday suit and just enjoying the sunshine. So let's start off with, we're going to put you guys right here. I'm going to go grab a couple water containers. I think if I put you guys right here, I can go grab a couple water containers. So I'm going to go in there, grab a couple water containers, head back out, and then we're going to go collect some water so then we can get everybody watered and fed today. So the good news is I had some water already in there. The bad news is I have to figure out how I'm going to get some rabbit feed. So let's head on out. So how do we save the world? So I know many of you guys, many of us, especially most of my friends and such, you guys understand that there is so much silliness, so much corruption. Some people may call it evil. Some people may call it bad juju. It does not matter what it is. There's lots of bad in the world, and we all know there's lots of bad. But guess what, friends? You, yes, you can be the good. And how do you be good? Like Doc. This world is full of people that are just trying to bring me down. They're just trying to bring me down. They're trying to lower my vibes, man. They're trying to make it so I can't live life. You know, they're saying those long-haired hippies, you better hurt them, but you have to let them. You know, people say mean things. Mike is cutting out. Let's restart it. Okay. I've redone the mic. We should be good. Maybe I'll put it up here so it's not muffled. So it's not muffled on things. It's right there, right in you guys' ears, all that stuff. So what I was saying is some people may hurt your feels, and that's okay. It's okay. Let people hurt your feels. Usually people that are purposely hurting your feels because they're hurting themselves and they need that extra release. But kindness is the greatest tool that all of us have. And it's hard. It's a hard tool, and I am guilty of not being able to always practice as I preach, not being able to practice kindness. But it's Sundays. It's the day of our Lord. It's the beginning day of the week. It's the day the sun was created. It's day number 1. And you can look at it as in whatever happened last week, you can just wash away. Kindness will absolutely work against Satan. That is a mistake that they're treating you. That is a Satan speaking through the Lord. That's the mistake that they make. That's the evil that is winning. Kindness always wins. What is the best way to fight evil is to live, because evil is live backwards. Jesus taught us to fight Satan with kindness. And this is important. And this is very important because I hear this from lots of people. You should hate. No, you do not hate. Hate is evil. Hate is what controls you. Hate is what the devil uses to trick good people into being bad. You ignore, you disregard, you push away, you do not practice in any of that. You practice compassion and kindness. If you want to be Jesus-like, if you want to be God-like, then you're above all of that. So you see evil in the world. You fix it. You have compassion for that, because evil people have been corrupted by the negative word. You don't hate them. You don't shun them. You don't put them out. You don't sentence them to hell. You forgive them. You find compassion. You convert them. You show them the light. Shunning someone away into the shadows, you're pushing them into hell. You're pushing them into the negative. You're pushing them into the where. You're handing them over to the evil. This is important, friends. Very, very important. People don't realize that. Kindness, love, compassion. Did Jesus hang around the rich, the powerful? Did Buddha hang around the rich and powerful? Did Krishna hang around the rich and the powerful? No. No, he did not. They hang around the meek.
You have to defend yourself.
Absolutely defend yourself. Defense and compassion are two different things. Someone tries to stab you, you stab them back. But maybe you don't kill them. Maybe you give them a level of compassion. Maybe you make sure, if you're going to kill them, let's say that you are a religious person and you plan on killing that particular person because they came and they attacked you, because they are coming after your family. Before you kill them, you should give them, if you're a Christian, you should give them, you should tell them that they need to find the Lord before they die. If you're a Buddhist, then you need to tell them that they should plan for nirvana. If you are a if you are a Hindu, you should plan on telling them, you should help them. You should give them the opportunity so that in their next life or in their afterlife, you should give them the compassion to be able to transcend to that next life with peace and understanding. What the devil wants is if hell is real, what the devil wants is all of us good people to shun more, to give him more people, so that we, the good people, are handing the devil people. Oh, you are an evil person. I'm going to hand you to the devil. I'm not going to preach to you. I'm not going to witness to you. No, we're going to hand them to you. That is evil. That is how evil wins. I'm not saying do not defend yourself. Absolutely defend yourself. Keep things at bay. Don't let the evil win. There's a difference between winning and gloating. There's a difference between winning and letting them win. Sometimes you lose the battle to win the war, my friends. Sometimes you lose the battle to win the war. And the way you win the war is love.
People are giving Israel $1 million of bombs.
Absolutely, because there's
Vibes won't fix it.
absolutely good vibes will fix it. You know what we can do? We can just stop. We can make an alternative economy. We can trade amongst our friends, and we cannot give money to the government. The government's not good. Whoever said the government was good? If you think the government's good, why do you think churches, there's a separation between church and state? The reason there's that separation is because the government should never be giving money to the church. And we should not be giving money to the government. We should be doing everything we can to not give our money to the corrupt beast system, which is what we have. I don't care if you're not religious. If you are an atheist, you are still supporting a system that doesn't support you.
True that.
So what we have to do is we, as spiritual people, if you're Christian, if you're anything, we are all brethren. Maybe we have a different view, and that's fine. There's plenty of evil people and there's plenty of atheists out there, but we can work together as a group of people. We can tell this government, stop giving our money to the government. Go to each other individual and say, here, I want to do business with you as an individual. I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. Let's do this outside of the government spectrum. Why give our money to the IRS? Taxation is theft. It is absolutely theft. And you know how I know it's theft? Because they tell us that taxation is voluntary. What you guys think about this for a minute? And I'm just spinning a positive vibe on this because we will see how this is positive in just a minute. If the government took money from you and we had the best roads, we had healthcare, we had our poor taken care of, and our crime was very low, none of us, every one of us would be happy to just willingly give money to those people that were doing all of that. You see this with a church. If you belong to a church or a synagogue or a temple or a tabernacle, and that are providing you a service that you absolutely love and adore, you will give money to them freely. You will say, yes, I love the service that you have. Here is some extra money. I want to make sure that you succeed. If our government did that for us, we would be more happy to just give our money away. But we do not, because it has been corrupted. It's been tricked. And so to save the world, what we need to do is join together as a group of people, forget this modern government, work amongst ourselves. We can work in parallel, because sometimes it's not worth to embrace the evil because it can corrupt you. Some people are not strong in their faith, and that is what I think 3D was referring to. Some people are not strong in their faith, and some people do not have the ability to fight evil because evil can corrupt, and evil is very, very easily can corrupt you. Satan, all whatever evil you want to refer to it as, all that has very easy ways to corrupt you, to take you in control, to take you down, to take you to places that you do not want to be, to take your life and flip it backwards so that you are not living anymore. You are evil. The devil is when you lived, and if you haven't lived, there's the devil. There's a reason why words are important, friends. There's a reason why things are mirrored. So above, so below, so within, so without. All of those are very important things that we need to be talking about. But we are talking about compassion. We are talking about love. We are talking about how to save the world. And the best way to do it is, first off, this is very most important, is live and be the role model that you want to see in the world. If you don't like something in the world, make sure you are not that. If you want kindness in the world, if you want a more kinder, more compassionate world, then you be more combined and you be more compassionate. Even if those around you are not compassionate towards you and not kind towards you, you be the compassionate, kind person. And it's hard. I'm not saying that what I'm preaching is easy. I am not telling you at all that it is easy. It is one of the hardest things you will ever do in life. As someone who is anti-war, I am completely and utterly anti-war. Unless someone is in your backyard or someone is beating up your family or someone is beating up your friends, you should not be participating in war. Violence is not the answer. It is only the last resort. And sometimes it is the last resort. If bad people are coming to hurt you, I am not a pacifist. I am not a pacifist, but I am not someone that promotes violence. I am not someone who thinks war. What do I think about the pyramids? Well, I think the pyramids are a time in the past when we had wonderful technology. No, I actually don't think it's a power plant. I think the pyramids are something else very interesting. I think they could be a all-encompassing, that could have been an all-encompassing unit of a variety of things. I think that, just like, I think the Library of Alexandria, you've all heard about the Library of Alexandria that existed in the same thing. I think the Library of Alexandria is a thing like the internet. And I think that it, at one particular point, we had an ample amount of knowledge, and that knowledge got hidden, not lost, hidden, and we are now just rediscovering it. I also believe that we as humans, we have reached our peaks in society multiple times, and different things have brought us down. I think that is written a lot in stories. I think the flood, Noah's flood, or it has a scientific term too, because we know that the flood actually happened scientifically as well. It's like pulse A or pulse B, I don't remember. But we know all that happened, but I do think the pyramids are at least two human versions back. The last version back is from the 1800s. And I know that sounds crazy to think that the 1800s, as soon as the 1800s was the last time that humans did amazing things. But I think something happened around the Tesla area where he had a bunch of knowledge for some reason. And I think that something happened between the 1700s and the 1800s. Somewhere in that time frame, something happened, and we didn't get knocked back to the Stone Age, but we got knocked back a handful of steps. We got knocked back. We lost some technology. Because I look at the amazing buildings. I look at my house built in 1897, and the technology that they needed to know how to build in the 1890s that people today don't really practice. I look at the stuff our ancestors used to know when it comes to farming, when it comes to that kind of stuff, and the knowledge that they had with the placement of crops. With yeah, no. Yeah, mainly P. Hall, he has some very interesting things. I don't know. I think time is irrelevant, and I understand that might sound very ignorant. But I do think that time is irrelevant. I like to just go back by last time humans have reached particular pinnacles. And I think that was at least 2 generations, 2 versions back. And I think Atlantis was 3 or 4 versions back. Tartaria was in that same range of a few versions back. I think the emerald tablets, that's what they're called, the emerald tablets, they were a few generations back. So there's lots of wonderful things. I think the pyramids are very interesting. I think they're one of the technologies that we are certainly currently understanding. I also think, if you've not looked into big trees, I think actually big trees was a few generations back, a few civilizations back as well. And big trees are important because I think that there was knowledge stored in the silicon trees. And that's why things like Devil's Hill or places like Pilot Mountain, or places that look like giant tree stumps, mountain ranges that look like giant tree stumps. I think at one particular point we stored knowledge in places like that. I want you to think about something. We use crystals today. So CDs and things are where we store knowledge in crystals. And crystals is an abundance. You find them all over the planet. And we know, if you've ever practiced any type of witchcraft or you've ever practiced any type of esoteric things, you understand that crystals, they resonate different than other stones. And I think crystals, and I don't think that this is woo-woo magic. I actually think at one particular point, crystals is a type of technology that we have lost. And things that we call witchcraft or esoteric or things of that sort, I do not think that is evil or dangerous. I just think that is knowledge that we used to have. It's like having the internet and then not knowing how to use it or not being able to access it. And that is what has occurred. And it's just knowledge that we don't currently understand how to utilize. So, but yeah, the pyramid thing is interesting. I will find it really interesting to find out if all of that stuff that we're finding out about underneath the pyramids, if that is actually true or not. That would be really interesting to know if the pyramids are built on top of things. I absolutely believe that that is possible. So back to how to save the world. I am not a believer in end times. I think end times is a story put in there. I think is a child's story to put in there to tell people about how you should not be doing things in life. And that's my purpose. I think that we have been given this wonderful world to make the best version of it as possible. And of course, you know, we hear stories and there needs to be a reason of what could be the worst case scenario. And we need to try to not do any of that stuff. So I think the end time stories is very, very important. And we need to regularly think about that. But I believe that as us humans, we are here, we are given this gift. We are given this gift of being human. This is the reward, not the punishment. Okay, cool. I think that being human is the greatest gift that any creator has ever given us. We get to learn all of the important lessons. We get to be the best. So we get to learn all of these wonderful things. And I love being human. I am thankful of this gift of being human, and I love every aspect of it. So how, you as an individual, how can you be the best version of yourself that you can be? First off, you need to be a spectacular role model for anyone that's around you. If you're around other adults, if you're around children, if you are around your spouse, if you are around anyone, older folks, younger folks, you need to be a spectacular role model. You need to be what you want to see in this world. And I know that sounds very cliche, but the truth is it's the easiest thing that you can do. It doesn't require that much work to just be a good person. And what does be a good person mean? Well, that's up to you. We all have there's morals, and I believe that every human has morals. The morals may vary culture to culture. Some morals I may agree more with or disagree more with, but I just want people to have morals. I want people to reconnect with some type of faith in goodness, because the truth is goodness is what matters. Because there are lots of silly people in the world trying not to practice goodness. The next thing I want you guys to do, and you'll hear me preach this a lot. This is regular preaching this, but some of you need to hear this on a regular basis. I need to be reminded of this on a regular basis. So I am not just trying to tell you what to do. I'm trying to also tell myself, and that is to put the best possible substances into my body. Don't fall into the corruption of the poison foods that they want us to have. Don't try to fall in the corruption of the toxic gick that they want. While lefties annoy the heck out of me with a lot of stuff, the one thing that they do have correct is that we should be producing less toxic gick, that we should not be producing pollution. The problem is they've been tricked into thinking that some things that aren't actually pollution are pollution. And it is easy for people to be tricked. So I am very forgiving of people for being tricked, because there is lots of tricks in this world. Oh, the silly chicken got out. Let me grab the silly chicken. Ugh. Settle down, buddy. Settle down. So, chicken, A silky. He doesn't like being on, obviously he doesn't like being on camera. He's like, you know, you need to get my consent. That's probably a lefty chicken. He wants my consent. You know, he has to, next thing you're going to know, he's just going to ask me to call him a duck and have different pronouns. But we're not doing that. We're not participating in that game. No, it's funny. I lost my train of thought there. I'm lost again, guys. Train of thought is ADD is winning. ADD is winning today. So, oh yeah, we were talking about, so next thing you do after you put awesome stuff in your body and you have the best version of your body as you possibly can, make your body function, make your body, you should move it around. You should use it. You should make your body, you should move your body. If you can't move your body, you need to find things to help you move your body. That's exercise. Most of you know that I'm not very big pharmaceutical, but if you need a pharmaceutical to help you move your body and to help you become more you can temporarily use that pharmaceutical to help you move your body around. Because if you are sitting and rotting, that is one of the worst things that you can do. I do not want to see anybody sitting and rotting away. You should be using your body. You should be making yourself an awesome version of yourself. Next thing you should do is you should be spreading your message. And what does that mean? It's very individual. You should find your belief system, things that you believe in, things that you think are important, and you should be spreading that message and telling people to be the best versions of themselves that they possibly can. Okay, let me make sure I forgive everybody water. So water, 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 water. Okay. We have watered everyone in. Awesome. That's awesome, Mock. Cool. You should make a little video of that and put it up on your Rumble. You should just do a short little video of you tilling in your biochar and all your other cool stuff. You know, it doesn't have to be a very long video. The next thing you guys should do is, if you aren't growing your own food or making your own food or something like that, you guys should get into learning how to do that. Some of you are going to say, yeah, Doc, but I'm in a city. How do I do this in a city? And I'm saying it doesn't matter if you're in a city. It doesn't matter if you're in the country. You can make your own food. You can grow something. So, do I know Freeman fly? I am not familiar with that. If you want to send a link to me, if you want to put a link to that, that would be interesting. I'm not sure who that. Oh yeah, exactly, Moxie. But I'm even just saying, like, even folks, you should make your own bread. You should just learn how to make something yourself. There is something important about making food and the compassion and the love that you get by adding your own food, adding love to your food as you make it, the healing energy that we have. It's like why prayer works. Prayer works because we have put such good juju and we unify that good juju towards a good thing. As someone who has researched lots. Absolutely. Well, what's cool is if you plant a tomato today, not only will you have one tomato, but you'll be able to take the seeds and you could have 10 or 15 tomatoes by just planting that one tomato. Thank you. No, I will. Thank you. Thank you so much for that 3D time space. I will absolutely check that out. I am all for learning and finding wonderful new people and listening to the message that they have to share. Now, where did I put the scooper? I need a scooper. Let's go out and see if we can find where I placed the scooper, because obviously I put it someplace that I do not know where. I do not know where I put it. Because one of the things that I am the master at is being absent-minded. Scooper, found one. Scooper. So like I said, guys, as soon as we're finished feeding everyone, we're going to walk out to the just-in-time garden. And the just-in-time victory garden, sorry. And I'm going to show you guys where we're at so far. And then one day a week, I'm not sure what day of the week it is yet. I'm probably going to make it Saturdays. I just have to figure out what day I'm also going to do the bees. But we're going to go out and we're going to talk about victory garden. So the rough idea now. Okay, great. That's cool. I would like to hear someone that has a similar message as me. I also like people that have opposite message of me, but I do want to hear someone who has a similar message as well. It helps. It may help me define my message better. So absolutely, I very much appreciate sharing that podcast with me, because it's someone that I do not know who you're talking about. So, and I love learning new things. So, come on, ducks, stop fighting. Oh, ducks. By the way, guys, if anybody really likes just regularly talking about these things, or wants to talk about conspiracy, or wants to talk about farming, or wants to talk about weather, or wants to talk about building community, or wants to talk about how to be the best version of yourself that you possibly can be, you guys are welcome to join my Discord, be part of the Funny Farm, and the Discord is discord.gg/xfactorfirefly, and jump on there, and there's some pretty cool folks. We talk about some stuff. Okay, fed. Like the government. Trying to, all of my animals are glowies, so I'm trying to get them fed. And if you're a conspiracy theorist, you think that joke is funny. What happened to the other guy? You get to move in over here. Stay right here, buddy. I'm working on trying to figure out what happened. I can't figure out what happened to a duck. Okay, I am back. This is we're trying to address something. What? 3 times. Thanks for swinging by today. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that podcast with me. Absolutely love it. And I will be very excited to check it out and see what it is like. So, Okay. So we are down, let's see, those guys are fed watered, those guys are fed and watered. So everybody here, and I think I've got a few more guys over here I need to get, and then we will have everybody in here fed and watered. And then I've got a couple guys in the other barn. Let's go head on over to the other barn real fast, guys. Get those guys fed. And then we will we'll head on out to the field. You guys get to sit here for just a second while I go this way. Sorry, I know I'm pausing in my conversation-ness and my entertainment-ness, but I'm at the particular point where I need to make sure I don't forget anything. So this is more of my quiet time so that I can make sure that we get everything. I get all the people fed that I need to fed, and then we can go back into the excitement and the high energy. The downfall of live streaming is in live streaming there is occasional lulls in the conversations. So by the way, I'm not sure this evening if you guys are following me on D Live or you're following me on the Rumbles or something like that. I might end up playing some more games tonight. We will see how I'm feeling when I get in. I know some of you like to follow my gaming channels as well. So, okay, I need to get water to these guys. So let's go. I'm going to go walk in, grab some water, bring right back water back out to these guys. Why did my glasses do that? That's weird. My glasses said nope. Four. Okay, let's get this water filled up. I've got 2 more guys to give some water to, and I got 1 more guys to feed, and then we will be good to go. And I don't just throw the water on the ground, so which is something, as you see, I am absolutely skilled at doing. You guys want out? You guys can come out if you want. I need to lock you guys in here. And you're oh so bunny. Come on out. Oh boy, friends, boy, there's so much. Okay, so back to our conversations that we were having about awesomeness and how to be the best version of yourself as possible. So one thing is most of you guys know that I'm anti-work, and I want you to understand what anti-work means. Anti-work means that you should be doing a job that brings you passion, that makes you feel like you are the best version of yourself, that you're making the world better. And again, it's not, I don't want any one of you to quit a job. That's not what I'm saying. I want you to slowly evolve into the time of being compassionate, to try to make the world better by doing things in the world that makes the world better, by being the best version of yourself, and whatever that means to you. Okay, one more guys to feed, and where did I put it again? I don't know where I put it again, guys. Don't know where I put it. Or don't know, there it is. I am so absolutely good at misplacing things. So, do you live in here? Go back in. He just wants back in. Ugh. Oh, sorry guys, I hit the wrong button, and so now the camera is a little on the wonky side, so you guys just get to hit that hard. Didn't mean to. Ducks, come on, we're making it hard. Making it hard for me to do what I need to do. Need a couple good scoops to those guys outside, and we will be good. You guys might like some of this. We'll give you some of this. Chaos everywhere, friends. Chaos everywhere. Give me a second, guys. I just want to make sure I get all this done. Yes, I'm setting something up. I don't have what I need, but I need to set some places so that the mousers that I have here cannot do some of the stuff that I want them to do. So I am setting this up for them. Mouser traps. Because I need them to not do, I need less of them. Okay. We're gonna get a little bit of we're gonna do a little bit of chicken ASMR right now, some barn ASMR, because I have to I'm thinking instead of I have a lot more thinking to do right now than I do other things. So I'm focusing on thinking and less talking. Less talky talk, more thinky think. So okay, wonderful. Hi, quacky quack. Okay. Good to go, good to go, good to go. Everything is good to go in here. I need to grab some shoes for all of my bunnies, because my bunnies need some shoes. Let's get the shoes in place. Okay, got some shoes. I'm gonna put the shoes in my pocket. One hand in my pocket and the other one. I don't know what the other one's doing. I don't know what my hand in my pocket's doing either. Some shoes in my pocket and the other one. Okay. This is sometimes why doing this by myself means that I get a lot quieter and a lot slower. And I'm sorry, folks. I don't mean that. Okay. Okay, let's continue on over to all of the other bunnies. My energy level just dropped all of a sudden. That's weird. I don't know, you guys can usually tell when my energy level drops. Sometimes it just gets weird and it just plummets like there's no tomorrow, and there's really no reason for it to plummet. I don't know why, friends. But sometimes it does. And when it does, I run out of interesting things to just gab about for hours and hours and hours on end. That being said, if I get additional stimulation, it comes back. If anybody has anything that they'd like to talk about in this next few minutes while I get all this done, we will absolutely do that. So hour. Good. I'll be right here. Spin you around, spin the black circle, spin it, spin it. You get all, you get a chew, and you get a chew, and you get a chew. Choose you. Oh, I need to go grab some more chews because I thought I had enough, but I really don't. So I'm going to be right back because I'm going to go grab 3 more chews. I lost the mic there for a second, but I did not. I just walked out of mic range. Back. Okay, friends, I think since it's pretty quiet in the room right now, I think we're going to probably call it an evening. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, joining me this evening, this afternoon, this day. And I'll probably stream again this evening. And we'll talk about lots of wonderful things. We'll play some video games. We will do some other things. But anyways, thanks for coming and chatting with me, Save the World. Thanks for everybody over there on Kick and DLive and Rumble and the YouTubes for hanging out with me today. Absolutely very much appreciate it. Always fun to do the chores. Always fun to have folks come along with me as we get the chores done. And I look forward to seeing you guys, talking to you guys, and hanging out with you guys this evening and or tomorrow. Anyways, guys, it's Doc. Till tomorrow. Adios.